Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad FARID bin ANUAR and I will explain about the coding of our project, which is automatic source dispenser. So firstly, we initialize the LCD, and in our project, we use one buzzer, two LED. This is the coding for ultrasonic sensor, and also we also use the IR sensor uh, to to sense the presence of plate. So we also use a motor in order to pump the sauce from the container leak out to the plate. So this is for coding for the motor. Next we go to this coding. So this coding is just addition. We want to build a child character, which is my character in our LCD. So we use this coding. Next, we go to the void setup. So firstly, we initialize the motor, the LED, the buzzer as our input and output. And in the beginning of our project, the LED2, which is a green LED, will be set up as high, which means when we start the program, the LED will be turned on all the time until the program is stopped. So next we go to the LCD. As we start our program, the LCD will display welcome to auto source dispenser, and it will have delay around 100 milliseconds. So this coding is for blinking. So which means the welcome to auto source dispenser will blink about 3 times. Next, we go to void loop. So this is the coding for the ultrasonic sensor, and this value is represents the speeds of light, and we divide by 2 because ultrasonic sensor will send the signal to the source level and it will return back to the ultrasonic sensor. That's why we divide by 2. And the distance, we will map it. We will use the map function to the percentage, in terms of percentage. So next we will set our LED1 and also buzzer as low, and after the display of welcome to our auto source dispenser, it will display ready to use and also source level and its percentage of source level based on the map function that we have used before. So as I said before, we also use IR sensor in our project. So if the plate is placed in front of the IR sensor, the status sensor will become 0, and the motor will start to pump out the source based on this coding. And then for the LCD, it will also display source dispense, enjoy your meal, and this is the smile character that we have set before. And when the sauce is leaked out from the container to the plate, the buzzer will start to have sound about 3 times, and this system will have delay about 5 seconds. And after 5 seconds, the motor will stop. And if the percentage of the source level is less than 50, the LCD will display state of the condition, which is half of the source, and also it will display please refill. And when the source level is less than 50%, the LED1, which is red LED, will blinking about 5 times to mention that the source level have been decreased by 15%. So that's all for the coding. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ikhwan and I will present on Proteus. So what we see here is our Proteus design on our automatic source dispenser. Right here we can see that we have several components, which is Arduino Uno, LCD, I2C, motor driver. Motor is representative of our water pump, infrared sensor, ultrasonic sensor, and 2 LED. And we have one more tensiometer to control the ultrasonic sensor. Okay, without further ado, first I will run the simulation of this Proteus. So right after we click run, we can see the LED one is light. It show that we have turned on the system. So right here we can see that we the LED display we welcome us first and show the level of the source. Okay, the level of the source are shown by the ultrasonic sensor, and the container to came out the source will be controlled by infrared sensor. Right here we can see the infrared sensor here. When infrared sensor have detect object, the motor here will run, and the motor will run. LCD will display some contribution, some words to us. Okay, when the IR sensor not detect anymore, the motor will automatically stop by slowly. So that's how it works. Okay, we see here that motor already stopped. And okay, for ultrasonic sensor we did measure the level of the source container. When the level of the source container full, it will display the percent of full. When it below 50%, the LED red will blink up and it will tell to refill the source. And there one more thing that I forgot to say, that when the motor running, buzzer will buzzer will start, and it will sound until the infrared sensor not detect anymore. So that's all for the Proteus design.
Assalamualaikum. This is our hardware, which is automatic source dispenser. Okay, in this hardware we use 12 volt DC pump motor, and this is the storage where we store the source, and then this is the body, and here is the side view of our hardware. Okay, and here I will simulate the hardware. Okay, when we turn on the plug here, okay, the LCD will display welcome to source auto source dispenser, and then we'll blinking, and the green LED also will turn on, and then after the blinking, LCD will display ready to use, and the source level 53%. Okay, here is where we store the source, and we use ultrasonic sensor to detect the source level here. Okay. Okay, here we use the IR sensor to trigger the motor. When IR sensor detect the object, then the motor will operate. And then the source will come out, and the LCD will display enjoy your meal. Okay, here I will show you when the source level is below than 50%. Then the red LED will blink in, and then the LCD will display state half, please refill.